What is my purpose? That's a loaded question. And I've often asked myself that question over and over and over again. And it takes me into this vortex a lot of the time. Kind of like I'm not living up to the expectations in my head of what I think my purpose should be. I'm a Christian, and sometimes I have asked God, well, more than sometimes, many times, what is my purpose? What's my ultimate purpose in life? And that's a really loaded question. It puts a lot of pressure. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about what purpose means to me these days. And over the weekend, I was on a walk with a friend, and this friend and I actually called this walk our happy walk. And near the end of that walk, we checked in with each other and we asked, how have we grown in the last year? What are just some things that we've noticed? And both of us started talking about purpose and what purpose meant. And we came up with this phrase that said, my purpose is to live more purposefully. Because we always talk about living in the present, being mindful in the present. And for me, that makes me realize that I've come quite a long way, because let me backtrack at what I used to think purpose meant. And for me, purpose always meant having to do something, having to accomplish something. Purpose meant a title, a destination. I'm going toward a purpose. That's where I'm headed. And sometimes when life leads us off track and we're not going in the direction of that purpose, for me at least, sometimes that would make me feel pretty confused, because I would just tie my purpose up in this future event and this destination of what my purpose would be. What I'm learning today is that purpose, my ultimate purpose, is to live more purposefully, more intentionally, just in today. I've heard this phrase said many times before to me, take it one day at a time. And I used to dislike that phrase. I used to not understand what taking it one day at a time meant. I thought, there had to be a game plan. There had to be a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a 5-year plan, something, right? There had to be a direction to go toward my purpose and achieve my purpose. But I've gone through a mind shift throughout these last few years, just practicing living more intentionally, living in the day, and living more purposefully. As I grow and as I learn more, I find that the simplest things are usually the most profound things. I mean, just being present in this very moment, doing things with intention, having a sense of wonder. There's an author called Richard Wagamese. I'm just going to read it out for you, because I think he expresses what I'm trying to express to you very eloquently. He's an Indigenous author, and I read a lot of his poetry. And it says, the beginning of wisdom is the same as its attainment, wonder. The truest statement in the world is, you never know. There is always something to evoke wonder and to wonder about. Because this world, this life, this universe, this reality is far more than just the sum of its parts. Even the slightest detail contains much more. The overwhelming awe and wonder we feel teach us more than we can ever glean or come to know of things. In the presence of that wonder, the head has no answers and the heart has no questions. So yeah, I think it's this thing about wonder, experiencing my day. For example, I haven't played piano for a long time. I used to play piano a lot. I had piano lessons when I was younger, and just now doing something with my hands and being intentional and purposeful in the music in and of itself, and just being grounded in that music, whether it's good, bad, or in between. It doesn't matter. It's just about being present in that moment. My purpose is to live